Today we're going to be talking about the junior hockey landscape. I'm going to explain to you the business. If you thought U18 hockey was political, 16s was political, who knew who got cut for what? Welcome to the business. It's just about to get worse for you. Now, in all honesty, a lot of players think, oh, I'm good enough for this league, I'm good enough for this league. You're not. You are not. You are not entitled to play in the top level leagues. You're not entitled to play in the mid-level leagues. You have to earn every second of that. And you don't earn it by what you do with their 18s team. You earn it by getting on a skate with the team, whether it's a team practice or camp, and you work your bag off. And you do better than the other players on the ice. Not just a little bit better, a lot better. Remember that hockey is a funnel. Down here, or it's an inverted funnel. Down here, everybody that puts on skates. All the beer leaguers, all the 3-year-olds, all the 2-year-olds, even 1-year-olds if they know how to skate. Then you move up to the low-end AAA guys. When you're a kid and some parents have more money than others and they get lessons before everybody else. And then you move up to the 16s and the 18s AAA. Still political, but there's a lot less players that play that level. Everyone thinks they should play that level, but there's a lot less that do. From there, you move up to the tier 2s. Tier 2 junior hockey. Even tier 3 hockey, right? There's a lot less spots than there were players. So you gotta earn it. It's not just because I played 18s AAA, I get to play juniors. Tier 1 juniors. College, pro. It is a pyramid or an inverted funnel. Understand that you need to earn every second of this. It's not gonna be given to you. Don't be qualifying yourself as a point guy if you're less than half a point a game. You need to have some sort of skill that makes you valuable at the next level. Now that we got the ugly truth out of the way, let's talk about why it's a business. First of all, junior hockey is a business. It's 1000% a business. You are a number on a jersey. That is all you are. If you are not bringing them a championship, you are not bringing scouts to their games to get promotions to the next level, you are not putting butts in the seats, what is your value to them? This is a business. The GMs, the coaches, they have a job on the line. They need to perform. If you do not bring value on the ice, you will not be on the ice or part of the team. Nowadays, everybody has to go to camp. Unless you are a top player, and I mean actually a top player, you're going to camp. Now, let me describe what a top player looks like. Or being considered a top player looks like. You dominated your league. You're one of the top stats guy in the league, right? We're not going to hide it. We're not going to lie. Elite prospects is one of the most used tools out there for recruitment. That's an easy recruitment top guy, right? They see the stat sheet. Oh, wow, he's got 100 points. I'm taking him. He might not be able to skate. He might not be able to do anything else, but they'll take him. Then there's the top end second line guys. The guys that do everything right. You might not be a point per game on the stat sheet, but you're playing 35 minutes a game, which means that you're on the power play, you're on the PK, you're blocking shots, you're winning faceoffs. You're not getting beat on one-on-ones. You're doing all the right stuff. You just might not put the puck in the net. And you're usually a top end second line guy or number 3, 4 defenseman. Then there's the low end guys, the guys that complain they didn't get enough ice time or they're playing with the wrong players or, a coach doesn't like me. My mom didn't pay enough to the team. This player trains with him in the summer. They find every excuse in the book to say everything is wrong except them. But when you go watch the film, he didn't angle the guy properly. So he gets beat 90% of the time. Every time he goes to block a shot, he does the flamingo, which is put the leg up, don't hit me. Or he stands 2 feet away saying, hey, look, I went to block. I just had the wrong angle. Finds every excuse to not do his job, to not take the punishment, the beating that comes with trying to be a top end guy. Those top end guys will get signed. And oftentimes when they get signed, they still have to show up to camp. They still have to show up in August and earn their spot. Because even if you signed a piece of paper, when you show up on the spot, if you did not train, you did not get better, you didn't put in the work, you're not going to play. He will release you. He will trade you. He will bury you in the stands. It's that simple, right? Signing that piece of paper just means they liked you enough to secure you before a draft, before a camp, anything like that. It means they think highly of you, but it doesn't guarantee you anything. The entitlement needs to leave. Yeah, you signed with the team. Now earn it. Now make sure that he didn't waste that paper on you. Because I promise you, there's a kid who didn't sign that's showing up to camp with a chip on his shoulder, ready to prove him wrong. Now, you signed to the team, you made the team out of camp. Guess what? The job's not done. Until January 10th, when there's a roster lock, these coaches can do whatever they want with their rosters. Whatever they want. Trade you, release you, cut you, put you in the stands, keep you on their roster and send you home if they want. I've seen it done. So you better be working your bag off every single day. There's no excuses, no hesitation, nothing. Every single day you get to work. First on the ice, last off. You get in the gym every day. You push yourself past your limits, especially in junior hockey where most of you aren't in school or you're in part-time school. You have plenty of time on your hands to get better. So take it, use it, push yourself to the next level. After January 10th, roster lock. So he can't trade you. He can still cut you. He can still bench you. So you got to keep putting the work, but at least you're part of that team for the rest of the year. But again, this is a business. Those who play and work their bag off will get the ice time. Those who don't, fortunately, You're going to sit there and you're going to watch. Now, if you're a 19-year-old, first, if you're going to be 19 in your first year of juniors, oh boy, I'm going to say it in French, 𝗓𝗓𝗘𝗥, which means you better be ready to put in the work. You're coming in as a late bloomer and you're still going to be a rookie. That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign that you needed that many more years of youth hockey. So it's a lot harder. And as a 19-year-old, when you're playing sanctioned hockey, you have to make sure that you're a top guy by the end of the season. Because by 20, they can't carry unlimited 20s. They have a limit to carry. If you have 9 19-year-olds, next year 3 of you are getting cut because he's going to carry 6 20s. Now, do you want to be one of those guys struggling to find a team, or do you want to be secure? Goalies, you're a completely different dilemma. For every team, there's 100 goalies right now. Not exaggerating. I'm not overreacting. I'm not trying to sell you some pipeline. There's 100 goalies for every team. That means you better be on point, right? Saying I played AAA or prep school doesn't help you. It doesn't. There are goalies out there with a .935 save percent average that are not committed to teams, and they're over 6 feet tall. Why? Because there's that many to look at. Because every little detail matters, and these teams are getting smarter and smarter. They're actually getting goalie coaches, and they're having the goalie coaches make the decisions. They're looking at the details. Are you beating pass on your feet? Are you sliding left and right? Are you kicking your rebounds left and right? Are you controlling them? Are you eating every puck? Are you helping your team? Are you playing the puck properly? Stopping the puck, making a smart pass, helping your team? Are you communicating? Are you taking your information? They are looking at every single detail. And from there, they're going to take 8 of you and evaluate you at camp and pick the 2 best out of there. So please be realistic. Just because you played on some CSSHL or CAHS or U18 AAA or NAPHL, whatever league you played in that was considered AAA or high end, doesn't mean you're guaranteed to play junior hockey. Doesn't mean you're good enough to play tier 2. Be realistic. Understand where you're at. Go talk to these teams and get the feedback. I promise you don't like it. It happens so often in our consults where goalies will reach out to us thinking they're tier 2 bound or even tier 1 bound, and after the meeting with us, they understand that they're a tier 3 goalie and they're not happy about it. But that's the truth about it. We're not going to sell you a pipe dream of, yeah, you're going to play tier 2 when nobody in their right mind is going to take you. And again, this is for sanctioned hockey. Unsanctioned hockey, completely different beast. Because unsanctioned hockey doesn't have the same rules. Their roster is a revolving door. They don't have a limit to players. Some unsanctioned teams carried 6 goalies on one team this year at a time. Not that they cut and traded guys. They carried 6 at the same time. They've carried 14 or 15 defensemen at the same time. 20 forwards. That is a giant roster. And they continue to bring guys in because they can. Because parents and families are willing to pay, right? So the politics, the business of it, hasn't changed from 18s. You want to play hockey? You want to play tier 2 hockey, be dominant? Make sure you're a dominant player. It's that simple, right? Because even at a roster of 20, that first line, they're still getting 20 minutes a game. They're still in every game. That top goalie, the starter, he's playing every game. It's the rest of you guys who think you're tier 2 that aren't playing, right? Just because you went unsanctioned, they have different rules. The rosters are a lot bigger, and it's a revolving door of players. His top 6, his top 3, his top goalie, they're not moving. They might go up to a top team, and he hopes he doesn't lose them, but they're not moving out of the lineup. It's the bottom end guys that have to battle every day because their job is on the line. Tier 2 hockey is very competitive, very difficult to play, both sanctioned and unsanctioned, very difficult to get into. If you are a great player, you will get given that opportunity. You'll have to earn it either at a camp or at a practice or whatever it may be. They're not just going to sign you just like that. And once you get there, I promise you, there is 1,000 other players waiting for you to mess up to take your spot. These coaches get 100 to 200 emails a day from players, scouts, families, advisors, all of that, all season long. They're waiting for you to mess up to be able to walk in and take your spot. So don't take it for granted. Have a good attitude. Be a good team guy. If you're not playing right now, work harder to get back in the lineup and be a good team guy. Be supportive. Help the boys out. Show the coach that you're not taking it personally. You're taking it as, okay, I got some stuff to work on. What can I work on? Go see him. Coach, I'd like to get back in the lineup. I understand I'm not worthy of it right now. How do I do this? What can I work on with you? Stop worrying about who's in the stands, who signed where, how come I have to go to camp and he doesn't, how come coach doesn't like me, how come all the different factors you can't control. Focus on yourself. There's always something you can work on. If you want to get to junior hockey, you got to play at a good league and you got to be a solid hockey player. That doesn't always mean be the stats guy. That could mean be a great 200-foot player, because I promise you teams need that. Sanctioned versus unsanctioned. Both very difficult to get there, both extremely rewarding when you get there, and both difficult to stay. The only difference is one has rules on roster limit, trade deadlines, and how they could do certain things. The other one doesn't. Both of them lead to college if you play well. The last thing I'm going to touch on when it comes to junior hockey landscape is how to get there. Like I said, tryouts, showcases, going and skate with the teams throughout the season. That's where it becomes a lot for families. And we understand that, and that's why we provide the information we do, and we try to help as many players as possible get there. That being said, there they're inevitable. So when you're getting all these camp offers, when you're getting all these tryouts or whatever they are, showcases, analyze them, especially when it comes to team ones. Look at the team's roster. How many guys are moving on? How many spots are technically open next year? Try to message the coach. Coach, did you actually see me play? What are your notes on me? What can I work on? They don't respond. Usually it's a mass email. They do, they might have actually seen you play, or they're coming up with something. Regardless, at least you got a response. Then you do some digging on his response. Did he provide a feedback of, hey, I watched your game 2 weeks ago versus so-and-so, I saw this? Or was it, oh, we had a scout that reached out and said you might be a good player? One of them is a little more personal than the other. Then see if the weekend works, if you can make it. And for those of you looking to go to junior hockey, don't go on vacation. Don't plan any summer events. You should be waiting to see where you're going to camp and plan everything around that and training, right? Vacation's over, family vacation's over. Take it seriously. Once you've done those, then you can kind of decide which camp is worth it or not, right? Even ask the coach, how many guys signed on the team out of camp last year? You can get this information and decide what's best for you. I'm going to finish by saying this. The junior hockey landscape continues to evolve and change year after year, especially with the new rule change at the NCAA level. It'll have a drastic effect on the junior landscape in the next 5 years. Rules continue to change, regulations continue to change, roster limits, recruitment patterns, all that changes. So year after year, things change and need to be reevaluated. It's hard to say what it's going to look like in 2-3 years because we don't know. But we can tell you is right now, this is how it looks. It's ruthless. It's a business. Those who deserve to be there will. Those who are bubble guys will need to battle and work their butt off every single day and be grateful to be there because there's 1,000 other kids ready to play. Hopefully, you're one of those kids who gets to play junior hockey. It's a great experience, but understand that it's not given. It's not guaranteed, it's not promised, and it's not forever. So put in the work, make it worth it, and enjoy the ride. If you guys like this AHA video, yes, it was a much more ruthless video, a lot more direct, pointed to junior hockey because families need to be aware of what this actually looks like and how difficult it may be. Have a great day.